false heaven versus real heaven. And I didn't even know that there is, such a thing as false heaven and real heaven until I've been through this experience with my group of people, which I'm going to share now with you. I didn't prepare anything. I just found the book that I was writing every day, what was happening. So if you see on my channel here, you will see that on the 8/8 we actually got this light transformator, which is like this golden leaf, and it was implanted in our torso, and it does specific purpose, like absorbing the light and doing another things. And so this is how it started. And then because I have this group of people that I was doing the healings on, and so how we got this upgrade. So every night I was doing the pond healing, and the vision started like crazy, and the creation and everything. And so the first day, so on the 7th, they told me to prepare, and I saw how this template came in, and then on the 8th I've got this whole transmission, and I shared this on the YouTube. The recording of the live that I've done on the TikTok. But that night, as I started, I was, like always, whatever we do, it's an integration and period of time and everything else for this pond group. And the first night, how it all came together, by the end of the healing session, right, they place us in a cosmic egg. I mean, the visions, they were just crazy land what was happening. And like everyone else in the pond, we have this little group that we are sharing. It's just a like group of 50 of us, and we share whatever is happening. And it was so much synchronicities and so much confirmations on every level. So so I'm going to tell you the story how this false heaven and real heaven, what it actually means, and how it all came together. It was just like mind-blowing, and I wouldn't believe it unless I experienced it. And that was like happening day after day, day after day. So that first day on the 8th of the 8th, they put us like in this cosmic egg, and it was like, they say, incubation for 7 days. And activation, integration of the template, physical body, and that was a crystalline structure. First they showed me like we became a star, and then all of a sudden towards that was like the telling sign, which I then understand on the end what happened on the 13th of August. But they showed me like we become a star, but then the vision was done, and they placed it in this cosmic egg, and that was significance, that is incubation time. And so doesn't matter, how I learned to walk with God is, I show up and I do these healings, and whatever I'm doing, I don't have the expectation. If that makes sense, I don't push for anything. I'm just here, and then whatever happens. So what needs to happen, it will happen. What I need to see, I will see. Other people will see it as well. So I always come with no expectation, no agenda, no pushing, no wanting, whatever, because only like that you can actually trust that what you are shown, it's not your own BS, it's not your own agenda, it's not your own projection, and that's what I want. Because I don't want to be here sitting and sharing with you my projections, my agendas, my ways of, but I want the most pure information. This is why I step aside and I allow everything to unfold. So then this cosmic, I was showing up night after night with this group of people. We were doing the healings, right? And it was a lot it was happening, like in this egg, and my guides, they are so visual, they show in so many ways like that really something in this egg, it was signaling how something is happening. It's really like potent of creation of time or whatever. It was really like, it was absolutely amazing to watch and witness all of that. So that I don't go everything in a detail, but I'm gonna, just to tell you what is the most important thing. Let me see what else is important. Like all the integration about, like it was, how it's happening on a global level. It's also happening in a very nucleus of every single person, right? And you know how. And mind me, this is day after day, and the whole group of people, they're also reporting the same thing, same vision. The dreams are crazy. Everything. It was just absolutely. I think the best creation time, the most most exciting time so far that I witnessed myself, and what people were sharing, how it was all coming together. And mind me, when I do these healings, they are not with me in the room. I'm not even live. We just subscribe with our consciousness, and I'm there and I'm doing it, and they are all on their own sides, and they are tuning into it, and they're having the visions and everything and whatnot. And so then, as always, when something is important, my guys, they knock me like, hello, they nudge me like 13th of August, and I'm like, what is 13th of August? Like, what is that so important? And so, of course, then, so I use internet, and then I use outernet, and I Google 13th of August, and then I realized that on 13th of August, this Kazimi is happening, something with a Venus, and the Venus being the 5-pointed star, is the shape, is the most benevolent shape, the most powerful shape that she creates on the sky for the period of 8 years. And that actually just happened right now on 13th of August. When she was getting fully absorbed with the sun, and the astrologers, they say that the Venus is gonna have a child. It's fully Sun and Venus, and like 9.5 months later. So from middle of August, 9.5 months later, Venus is gonna have a child, and so let me just see if there is any. So then it was like a lot of things happening, and what I was seeing, I was getting these signs of the Pluto, with a head, or the sign of Pluto. Then this flower of life symbol, whatever, and then what actually happened. So right after that, so then I become aware of this Venus, and all these things that are happening. And then 7 days later, as they said, they are putting us in this incubation. And then when just this inception actually happened on the 13 and 14, it was all about the Divine Mother. It was all about, this pure love, this perfection. Divine Mother transmuting everything with purity, love, and purity, holding everyone in a pond. Mother holding their everything, bring everything to perfection. Embedding the frequency of prosperity, love, abundance, perfection. It was all about on the 13th of August. Egg is now full of energy needed, plus grounding was really predominant. It's all sealed, present. And so then on the day after, they're showing like this inception, with the Pluto, like the sign of the Pluto with this higher head, and this Ankh sign. It's like the flower of life. Lotus flower, everything was showing like this fertility and this divine inception, and then how they said on the 15th of August. So this is when this this magic actually happened that I didn't expect. I was thinking, how they show in the first day, my conscious mind, right? Like probably going to become a star or something, but, I didn't have any projection. But then the 15th, so 7 days later, how they said it was so powerful. I was fully lost in a grandness of things as I was playing this ball and all these people with me. Like I had difficulties to all what I was seeing, experiencing, creating. I had difficulties to put those visions in a earthly realm, into the earthly form. Maybe you can relate when you had such a, for example, out there dream that is so out there that you cannot find the words to put it, in this reality, to explain what was that, because it was unexplainable. That's sort of the thing, how I was high and all these things that's happening. But then what I uh, what I experienced, I was like, I needed to ask, like, okay, what is happening? What is happening? And I saw, like, the shape of, like, I wrote it here a little bit. It was the shape was going from top all the way from down to the top, and it's like this golden ratio, like, Fibonacci, whatever, I wasn't even aware that that's, because I needed, it took me time to write these things down. And then what actually happened, like, I couldn't, it was so big, and like another, like, it was this spiral going up, and the people, they were lining up, and I saw Source himself came, and he was standing and giving everyone, how they were passing, giving everyone this golden star. And it was significance of them passing onto the next stage, onto the next, and the line was never ending. And I was like, what is it? What is it? And it was, and I was getting, it's a Stargate. It's a, watch this word, what I say, Stargate, and then later on I would find. So what happened this day, better to say it straightforward, because I will forget. The Stargate, we opened the Stargate, to the higher heaven. And it was like, like out there, and I was reluctant to record this video, because, like, like, there we go, I opened the Stargate, like, come on. And then this book that I ordered that day when I was Googling the 13th of August, and it's right there in that book that when this thing actually happened, this Kazimi, whatever, it's like, what they call, it's open like the Stargate. Like, even they are saying, in these astrological terms, they even call it the Stargate. And the only way that I could call this, like, what is this? It's a Stargate. It's a stairway to heaven. They even gave me, Jacob letter, so that I would Google it. So it was alluding to something higher. It was alluding to something higher. And I'm like, what is this? It was missing part, connection to what was missing towards the higher heaven. And I'm like, oh my God, what is this? What is this? And we, like, all this work, that was the whole thing in this vision, what was happening. So we presented this offering to the Source, the whole to our Creator, all the people in it, and we, like, we gave him, like, this offering, whatever, we created, which is not in my culture, for example, this offering. So that was totally as well something new to me. And all the people in it, and he accepted, and he was giving one by one this golden star badge as people were coming in endless line. They were like graduates. They got onto the next level, and I was like, come on, what is this? What is this? This is what is going to be open for all of the people that come after us. This is created forever. So I'm reading you the notes that actually I was able to write that night. This was the missing link, the ladder, as we needed this light transformator to be fully activated in us, so that higher mind, higher heaven is now open. And then then what I saw is, like, this next 7 levels, because 33, guys, 33 is the 33 years, the Jesus died, but it's actually 33 vertebrae in our head. And the 33 is the top. It's not, how they write that here is, 1, 2, whatever, but it's reverse. It's from bottom. Bottom is, bottom of the spine is actually hell. And here is heaven. And let me tell you, I have the first-hand experience why I'm saying this about this false heaven, and because I was doing some some activations with my team, and I was actually in this space, and I was in a higher, like in a space of God. So before this, okay, so maybe a couple of months ago, and I was like, like, what is this space? It was like the space of God's, heaven, these things, and I'm like, and all I could explain, I felt. Listen to this, guys. This is first-hand experience. And right, we are talking. I'm talking to my sister. We are doing this healing, doing these activations, and I'm like, I feel like, oh my God, I feel like a dome. Listen, first-hand experience. I feel like a dome, and I say, this dome is little bit more. It's not like like a wide or whatever, but I feel it's like it's like this, and then I actually realized, oh my God, I was in a human skull. That was the first-hand experience, guys. And the shape of, it wasn't like, that you are here on whatever open and there is a dome, but the dome was like narrow, and like I realized, oh my God. So that's the experience that I had before this, and now what I'm seeing, I say, oh my God. So this next level, and where we opened this Stargate because of this working with these people and what we were doing every day, and why we have been in this incubation in this cosmic egg, and all these things that was happening. Like, guys, if I'm gonna read you, there is a lot of it that was happening day by day with a group of people. Okay, and we opened this Stargate, and where I see the false heaven with the real heaven. So the false heaven was actually in a head, and what happened with this Stargate? The next 7 levels open up, and guess what? That's 40. That's 40, and 40 is, very significant number. 40, when you are 40 years old, you actually get activated into your mission. You get initiated. The other side, the evil bastards, they know, they do the rituals, whatever, So this is by the time, where they're gonna know who they're gonna support, light essence or dark essence. But I'm here to tell you that not only me, but I know so many people that are doing their real life mission. They've got initiated. They started with this when they were 40. So. And so we actually opened this. This is the real heaven. So, which then makes sense, when you look at those Egyptian whatever, they all have like whatever bird or whatever is hat or whatever, all those doesn't matter. But on top of their head, they actually have the sun. And that's the human head. It's a false heaven. And here on the top is actually, guys, the real heaven. How crazy. And then after that, we have evidence, we have results. I'm going to share this with you as well. So just to see what I've written here. We now created these next 7 levels. It's after, so 33 and then up. So now we have this 40, and so that was actually the portal, this Stargate that we opened. Then activated with God's approval, prosperity for all. Yeah, yes. And I actually sent that night prosperity for all. What also came, beautiful homes for everyone, because it came so strongly, because you deserve to live in the beautiful homes because your home is your sanctuary, your home is your temple, and you deserve to live in something absolutely beautiful. That's what I said that night to everyone. I sent a luck for everyone, perfection. Everyone got blessed by God that night. all the people, they got what they need. This link wasn't available before, didn't exist. So that's another thing. Oh, I'm now just remembering everything, you know, because I just wanted to share the story with you. I just forgot how it was potent. And so this thing that we opened, this next 7 levels, it's not like, you know, that there was a template and now we got like available this thing. No, we actually created, me and my group, because we have been devoted, you know, and when you know how they say, when there is two and where they mention my name, this is where I am, you know. And me being in this, you know, journey for the last 5-6 years, that's all I'm doing with God, and you know, that's my life, you know. So this was like a high creation that we get to see. And then of course, you know, I get with my sister that's also, you know, you know, out there, and we can do a lot of things together. And then, you know, we were going around these things and tuning into more, you know, like to really see what is it. And then, guys, I got a vision where we were talking and working on that, because when I finished this pond, then we got together. It was like, I was starting pond at 10 p.m. I was finishing around 11, and then until 3 o'clock that morning, we were sitting together and, you know, looking at all the things, what else this means, you know. And I saw, guys, I saw it clearly, that this part was this top of the pyramid that was missing. Top of the pyramid that was missing. This is why, and when I do this, I remember there was this book of Aleister Crowley. He's a, you know, black magician, you know, whoever subscribes to that. I almost fall into that when I was very young. 2 times actually I needed to burn his cards. They are you know, laughing in your face, because this is the part that is missing. And what else? Where else you see this? Right there on a $1 bill. It's not on a $100 bill, American, right? But on $1 bill, because they are laughing into your face. It's what is missing. That was actually taken away from us. That was actually taken away from. And I just done the video. Just watch my previous video about you know, Kali Yuga ends, you know, and new time sets. It's about everyone now, because along other things, I'm learning so many lessons. One of which was for me is this abundance, and how now, I've just said it in this video, how now will your riches, it couldn't show your abundance from the inside for people like you and me. It couldn't show, you know, in its full. But I mean, I'm really happy where I am in my life and everything else. But when you really go deep and see how much valuable you are, what is actually your value, and how much you're you know, giving to the world, you know, just like you just being, and what frequency you are, you should be living in a pure abundance, doing nothing. That's how important your frequency is. And when you look at it from that perspective, like, because this was indeed taken away from us. Believe it or not, guys, believe it or not. And I'm getting excited now because I see these notes, I haven't seen it. And it is now created again, because this light transformator that we got, and mind me, you're gonna see after October, you wanna see this channel, because where I'm going, I'm gonna be testing my light transformator. You're gonna hear all about it, and you know what I'm doing. Oh, it's just crazy how God sets me to do amazing things. So it's really this top. This is actually the real heaven. everything, because like when you are like, when you like 33 was the earth heaven, and this is where you are bounded. You are bounded. It's matter over mind. This is why this whole game here, it was about matter over mind, where it was always mind over matter. You are here the creator, and you are here mind over matter. This is why they wanted to submerge you, and why you have been submerged in this hell for such a long time, right? But now when you are in this, when you get out, because the after level 33 you're going up, you are actually in a God state. And I just shared with you, like I saw the shape of the skull, then I actually realized, oh my God, I'm in a human skull. Nobody can take this experience from me. This is why I know what I talk about. And now, what is really interesting, when we open this high heaven, which I call now real heaven versus false heaven, which is the human head is bounded by flesh, right? And since we opened this, of course, you know, we all went, me and my sister, you know, we went all the way that's time, you know, and now we are totally without the levels. But let me show you something. Let me show you something. Now, when we are in a healings, but we do transformational healings, guys, I cannot say enough of these healings. If I'm still doing it, if you're seeing this video, reach out. This is like once in a lifetime opportunity. This is like, you know, in one session, what we are able to do for you, it is mind blowing. I wish I had anyone, you know, back in the days or now, you know, to bring me levels. So, you know, this is like the human spine, you know. It's just like the top is 33. It's not, you know, how they put everything in reverse, right? You think it is 1, 2, 3. No, it's from down. And, you know, since then, we are so always on a healing, you know, a lot of things that, you know, get done. It's clearing up the darkness, clearing up the blockages, clearing up the shackles, clearing up, you know, like tons of implementation, whatever, you know. And then when we do enough of the, you know, clearing, that's also, you know, physical, if you have any diseases or whatever, and then we are actually able to pull you up higher. And what we do, we actually literally bring you up higher. Like we literally lift you up, and people can feel lifted. And then when they reach a you know, higher level, this is where they start to reside. And reality is, if you can imagine, it is totally different. Most of the people, let me tell you one fun fact, most of the people are on the level 7, which is hell. And now, after this portal, after this Stargate that we open, and we got this real heaven, which is God's mind. Here is the God's mind, guys. We are pulling people, oh my God. Yesterday, we got a woman, like, oh my God, she got struggling, you know, when she couldn't have $300 for her, it's a, you know, she has to get a credit for that, you know what I mean? So much struggling, you know, and so, like, she literally was in hell on the level 7, and we took her all the way to the 35.6. So that means above the human level, you know. And what we see after that, human body, the you know, physical mind, it needs to pick up. You know, it takes time to adjust to the new realms. But what people experience, they don't have this panic, they don't have this anxiety, they don't have all these, you know, yucky, gooey feelings what people have in this lovely upside down universe. But they actually see better, they actually feel better, they literally start to live on a higher frequency scale. And we see it all day long. And, you know, and we see how the body, you know, just in a transition, body needs to stabilize, you know, because it's the densiest body that, you know, has to pick up to adjust. And then our people are flying. People that I work with 40 days in my energy container, and then we do the healings, like they are like what I was doing for 22 years, reaching these levels, they are able to get there, you know. So this was absolutely amazing. One fun fact, but I can tell you, level 27, for example, and it's all connected to the human spine. So those are all levels, you know. But now it's different, you know, because I saw this the first hand, and I saw that, you know, inside the skull. And there is a video here, you know. That I uploaded to my channel. It's not mine. The only video that is not mine. You know, the chimney, and you know, actually all this journey is actually in our human body. This is why you have to take care of your human body, because you're this chemical being. I will talk a lot about this signature chemical cocktail and how you have to program yourself, because you are a chemical being, right? And this is why you you know, like how you every year, every month, when the moon is in a sign that you are born, you know, you get this seed, and this seed gets released in Bethlehem, and it's traveling up to your spine. It's like a gas. It goes up, and this gets crucified, whatever. 33. But now we went all above. You know, I'm gonna link this video below so you can see that one. That's like my far favorite one to see. But you know, it's different when you have the experience, you know, because everything that I share with you, I only share what I have direct life experience with, and that's what I learned. You know, there is certain point in your time, you know, when you just awaken, then you have to research whatever. But where I am, you know, I learn only from my direct life experience, you know. And I wouldn't believe it if this didn't happen, if I haven't seen all of this, and I'm like, no, this Stargate, and what is this? You know, like, I had difficulties to put it all into the words, and I'm actually really happy that I'm sharing this with you. For example, fun fact, level 27 in your spine, somewhere here, it would be freedom level. And this is where your throat opens. This is where this is my own teaching and how I see it. You know, when your throat opens, when you arrive here, from here to here, this is where you're gonna start expressing yourself, and you're gonna start living the freedom, you know, which I experienced today. You know, for example, so this is the level 27, and it's door to heaven. You know, it's door to this higher heaven. And then, let's say, and then, you know, the level 33, which is the top, it's heaven on earth, right? So probably, you know, depends if I'm going to be called, you know, I can do the whole you know, program on this, you know, level by level, because it goes into detail. You know, it's like the level 33, it's a heaven on earth, in a mind, you know, in a human form. This is why it's false, and this is why this is real, guys. And now we got this, we created this, and now it's actually available to us. And then whenever after that I would come to the pond, I see this spiral and people endlessly. So it was not only for my people. It wasn't only for my, as I said, it's 333. It wasn't only for my pond group or whatever, but it was for all the people in this world who were ready. So people that are already highly up, they actually just transcended. And, you know, God was standing there. I saw this, you know, it was funny because, you know, like, you don't expect these things. Source was there and giving these golden stars, you know, how they were passing these levels. You know, for example, 3-1 is a creation. We only create. Then number 3, gifts on earth, gifts activating on the earth level, showing on the earth. For example, 29, enlightenment, fully in light. 28, scanning, getting rid of the things, is, you know, fully healed, and these kind of things. For example, number 17, which is on the middle of the spine, it's, you know, this is, you know, you have to pass the level 17 in order for you to get balance out. So absolutely, you know, and of course, you know, number 1, you know, it's full hell. Number 6 is door out of the hell. Number 7 is war with yourself, you know, second guessing, indecisiveness, hate, you know. Number 8 is, you know, this is where people, we mostly get people from the level 8 up, and the level 8, you know, it's still, you know, hell, and it's about, you know, this, oh, I'm positive, but, you know, they're actually just wishing, hoping that something, someday, this is where majority of people are, if you're gonna recognize yourself, or back in the days, where they, you know, wishing, hoping, daydreaming or whatever, you know, but not doing anything about it, or not even knowing how to do it, you know, but they are wishing, hoping that something, someday, somehow, something will happen, and therefore they're gonna get this new life, they're gonna get this lottery win, they're gonna get their health all of a sudden. Well, nothing is ever gonna change unless you change it. And so, you know, after this portal, so now it's already a month that I can report this to you, right? Probably this is why I'm called to do this today, on the new moon today that I'm recording this, you know, that we see that we are actually, you know, usually people would get, you know, 17 level, you know, top maybe to the 27, which was the throat. But, you know, now, like I told you, like yesterday, this woman from level 7 until 35 something, we were like, you know, jaw drop, and you can, you know, and people feel it. People experience it, you know, they feel the higher realms, they, you know, they cry in the meantime, you know, they get their gifts back, their skills and everything else. Like, you know, guys, what I do is really high level Jedi stuff. You know, we are even joking like, oh, there we go, you know, Harry Potter stuff, but you cannot make these things up, guys. You cannot, because the results people are having. This is why no one can, you know, stay on the line with me. So let me just see if I have anything missed. So this is this great thing. So this is why our native wealth, that was taken away from this God self, which is also the top of the pyramid. Like, come on, top of the pyramid. You know, it's taken away. It was taken away from us, and this is why we're gonna see now this abundance coming for us. Mind me, you know, I'm not yet ready to share everything, but in my personal life, you know, how you just have to learn how everything is always multifaceted, and like it's same as, you know, dreams are always multifaceted, but also in your earthly experience, everything is so multifaceted, guys. If you just can, you know, train your mind to see it, you would be amazed. And you know, all these things that was happening on the global level, for this pond level, on individual people in the pond, but what was happening on my personal level, that I just, you know, that I realized 10 days after, like, oh my God, you know, like, just the lessons that I'm learning on my personal level, it was just like mind blowing, you know. So you know, and like this sun of the top is just Egyptian god, you know, and like this is, you know, this is where the god is, like human head and God head, you know. I need to become the so my personal lesson, you know, for this, it's me learning and starting to embody this template of the Divine Mother, which in this period, I realized that I already became the Divine Mother in so many ways, because all of the people that I work with, I truly look at them like my little children, but in a best way possible, you know. Like, so many people, they tell me, like, you are the mother that I never had, because, you know, in this one-on-one 40 days, what I do with people is like, you know, I do it only because I wish I had someone to do it for me when I was young, you know, and that was my first promise that I gave to myself. Once I figured it out, I'm gonna share this with whole world. And what I do in these containers, I literally, you know, focus on you and to give you, you know, what would mother give you, like all the tools, everything that you need, so you get equipped, so that you can you go into the world to be fully sufficient, not, you know, dysfunctional human, like I always talk about. When you are age 20, you are already, you know, dysfunctional human, because you are a product of circumstances of the Russian roulette you went through, you know. So I reset you. When I come into your life, guys, I am this catalyst, and I see it. Like, I just started with one woman, next day she gets fired, and I say, oh my God, now we are talking. The next day she got sick, you know. The next day we figure it out, she's some historical, oh my God, sought after, you know, really important figure that whole world knows, and the story continues, you know. And first, sometimes things need to crumble in order for new to be rebuilt. You know, and I realize, you know, I'm even a mother to my mama, to my mother, you know, like, and I even give, you know, through these containers, I even give new names to all of my children, you know, because we do this whole transformation, and then a new name just comes in, and when you embody those energies, it's quickly that you're gonna embody those frequencies, and, you know, and therefore create for yourself 7 stars lifestyle that I have mine, right? So my, you know, my story is still going on. You know, as you saw me in June, I was sent to the Stonehenge here in Australia to do the activations there. You know, now with this light template and this Stargate and this next. So all together we have now 40 levels in human experience. You know, this is your God self, and you know, and now, you know, God is sending me for October. So come back after October to see what I've done, and, you know, because I'm in this full devotion to God, and that's all I do all day long, and I work with people, and you know, this is my life mission. This is my life mission, and I'm giving it my all. Giving it my all. So there you have it, guys. False heaven versus real heaven, and this target that we open, like, and you cannot make these things up, guys. When I opened this book, I still didn't have the time to read it, but it was like, you know, and I finally figured out my symbol is actually a 5-star, 5-pointed star, and all these things is just coming together on so many levels. And when I read it there, like, you know, they even call this period what I saw firsthand, which I read after that, it's a Stargate. Like, we call it Stargate, and I'm like, you know, and I was like, you cannot make these things up. So this was my 7 stars, and I'm here to help you get to your highest timeline. This is the prime time to work with me. Until I'm doing this, you know, the price is only gonna go up and up and up and up, because it's only one me. You know, if I'm still doing this counseling for 40 days, it's absolutely life transformational. The healings that you are able to do, guys. Like, listen, what you are able to do in one healing, some people would not be able to do it in 10 healings or ever. Like, I have so many people that they just do one healing and they're done. And they're like this lady that yesterday went, you know, from level 7 to like 35.6 or something. Like, you know, this is how you know when you feel called to something, when you feel your interest, when you feel inspiration. Go that way. Don't question it. You resonate with me, do it, just do it. You know, I'm here to serve you, and I'm gonna be here as long as I'm needed. You know, then off I go to something else. So guys, I'm really actually happy that I shared this with you. You're watching this video while I am doing something very, very, very special. So tune in after October ends to see where I am. Love you guys. Share this video. Comment on this video. This is how you're helping me to spread this, to spread actually the real news, to spread actually the what exciting news, what really counts, and for you to start creating what you want to see in your life. So I love you guys, and I'm gonna see you in my next video.